Greetings YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Right, it is the morning after my bike was stolen. We're just outside of Reims in France. We're supposed to be on our father-son tour of the Black Forest and Austrian Alps and all that, but obviously that's not happening now. So Ben is riding back to Calais to try and get a different ferry or the Channel Tunnel across. He can't take me on the back of the bike because he's not insured to do so. Plus, there's the luggage and everything. The problem we've got with the luggage is, stupidly, what we did was that all the bungees and straps that he used to secure his bag, that big red one, to the back of his bike, we put in my panniers. Just, I don't know why, we just did, and then they've gone with my bike. So I'm going to take this with me, my helmet strapped to it. I've got my bag. Been counting up all the things that have gone missing now that were on my bike, and it's quite a lot. Luckily I still got my laptop and the GoPro stuff and that, and I've booked a flight for 5:30 tonight from Charles de Gaulle airport to get me back to the UK, and now I've got to sort out a train from Reims to Paris and then a connection to there. I can't sort out the ticket at the moment, I can't get that to work, but the first thing to do is get an Uber, and Ben's going to set off. So I'll next see him
Sunday.
Tonight or Sunday or something. Yeah. It's Friday now. So anyway, I'm bringing with me on my journey. It's not going to be very exciting. I've got thumping migraine, I feel sick, I've got an upset stomach, but I think it's all stress. Oh, yeah, let's have it. Thankfully, Ben's bike is still there. Wish I could say the same for mine. So, I've sorted out an Uber, which is going to cost me €13, something like that. I'll come back up and check we've shut up properly. This is when the bag gets nicked by your bike. It's okay, it should be alright. Famous last words. Now, we're not even in a rough area. I'll explain how this happens later in the video, but you know, lovely flowers. They were watering those at 5 o'clock this morning. I was lying on the sofa bed listening to it all happening. If you'd have said to me before this, how do you think this trip's going to pan out? This wouldn't have been the scenario that I would have predicted at all. It's going to get warm today. I think it's going to be knocking on 30 degrees again. So I should be sweating like a pig by the time I eventually get home. Getting home feels like a really long way away at the moment. 5 minutes and the Uber person is going to be picking me up. So folks, just to explain what happened, yesterday we arrived at about 4 check-in time. We parked both the bikes where that grey Mazda is at the minute, and we parked them side by side so that I could throw the lock around both the bikes and we started unloading the bikes and just coming from here up the stairs into apartment number 4. We got virtually all of it done, and then Ben and I stood there and I said, shall I throw the lock round the bikes, bearing in mind that we're going to just dump the stuff and then go out and get something to eat. And so we decided, with hindsight, foolishly, that we wouldn't throw the lock round the bikes. We were going to be 5 minutes. So we went in, went to the loo, got ready to come back out, and my bike was gone. So Ben's thankfully was still here, although his would have been far easier to take, being half the weight. And no luggage. Yeah. So all we can think was, I don't know, it must have been somebody with a van, or a group of people with a van. Maybe they'd followed us off of down the road. I don't know. I have absolutely no idea. 5 minutes and it was gone. So the moral of this story is always, even if it's only for 5 minutes, throw a massive lock around your bike, and preferably lock it to something, because it's obviously, I would say my bike was picked up by 3 or 4 people straight into the back of a transit size van and then just driven off. And they were obviously ballsy enough to not worry about the risk of being disturbed. That's the only thing I can think that happened. I spent ages in the police station trying to explain it to the people, who, to be fair, were very, very kind and very nice. But what can they do? You know, it's probably already been stripped for parts, or who knows. But apparently if it turns up and it has to be stored and then shipped back to the country, I'm liable for all those charges. So really, to be honest, I don't want to see it again now, because and even if it came back, I wouldn't want it, because it's been spoiled. Anyway, Uber will be here soon. I will ramble later as I'm getting trains, planes to try and get home. And this fella needs to ride home safely. Train station. I need to speak to somebody.
The next departure is at this time. So you have to take a regional train, so Reims to Champagne-Ardenne TGV, and after you take the train at 8:58 Champagne-Ardenne TGV, and you arrive at this time at Charles de Gaulle.
Can I take a photo of that, because I'm going to get in a mess.
17h01.
So the price is... Thank you. You pay with what?
Thank you, you've been very helpful. Thank you. Right, 20 minutes to get to platform A. And then apparently, as you heard, ride the train to it terminates, and then platform 4, get off on the first stop. I'm rubbish at getting trains. We used to ride in motorcycles. So I didn't think I was going to be interrailing on this trip. So what's next? I wonder. I don't know. Obviously I've got no bike now. That's a bit of a problem with the motorcycling channel, really. Other problems are I can't afford to buy another bike, particularly. Having used my GSA to the extent that I have, it's now high mileage bike. It's, you know, 42,000 miles on the clock, so its market value is not going to be very high. I've got a massive £650 excess. I've lost my no claims bonus that isn't protected, so it's going to be expensive to insure something else. I don't know. I've got to let the dust settle. What I have got is probably 2 or so months worth of videos waiting to go out, which I will still put out after these, and then I'll try and sort something out in the meantime, and I will keep you posted. But oh my gosh, this isn't what I expected. So on the first train. It's much easier on your own motorcycle. I don't think I'll get off here. I don't know, probably go wrong now. Yeah. Now, I'm pretty sure the guy said platform 4. I'm sure he did. 10 minutes to make sure I'm on the correct platform. Gosh, Ben's bag's heavy. Hopefully it's not heavier than 23 kilograms. Listen, that's my train. Right, I'm gonna double check with the guards. Always doing steps in my videos. Bonjour.
Voiture 6, c'est le train devant. Oui.
Parlez-vous anglais?
A little.
It's a coach on the front, second coach in the middle, not the front.
Second
You
coach.
must quickly from the départ.
Oh, there's a lot of coaches. Train isn't my plane isn't till 5:25. And it's 5 to 9 now, so I've got loads and loads of time. This is half an hour to cover the remaining 70 or so miles to get to the airport. And then I've got to get to Terminal 2, I believe. Then I'm going to be sat around for a long time. That'll be an opportunity to muse somewhat over the events of the last few days. I am worried about Ben riding home as a new rider by himself across France. I was much happier when I was riding with him, but he's very sensible, so we should be fine. And Charles de Gaulle Airport now. Where to go? Presumably this way. Oh dear. Well, apart from the heavy bag, and to be fair, there's quite a bit of my stuff in Ben's bag, that's why it's so heavy. That was fairly painless getting to the airport. I think I've got to get to Terminal 2 now. I'm about 5 hours earlier than I need to be, but that's fine. I'm going to stop and get something to eat. I feel so unwell, I can't tell you. I'm just going to take my time now. After rushing to get on that train, I can't do that again. Guest signs for the airport. Try and find my way to Terminal 2. I think there's another train I have to catch, but it's like a free shuttle which takes 8 minutes or something. But I might stop here and see a Starbucks and just get a coffee and a croissant and just sit and chill. Oh my word. Well, I've just spied up there, it says Terminal 2B, 2D. I will double check my boarding pass that I downloaded in the early hours of this morning and see which one I've got to go to. But first, coffee and food. Right, I have a coffee. I also have 2 pain au chocolat, so hopefully that will restore a little bit of humanity. It's been quite an emotional day, more so than yesterday, to be honest. I think the hardest thing was the realisation that our first tour together has been cut short on the first day, which is gutting, absolutely gutting. It's the waiting game now. 5 hours till my flight. I have been absolutely overwhelmed with the response from the YouTube community, the Two Wheel Dreamer family. The words of support and offers of help are absolutely amazing. I can only start to thank you. I'm going to see if I can sort out a bike for next week, and then Ben and I might be able to salvage a bit of our time together, because his work commitments are very full on, working for Red Bull Racing, and the chances we get to have a week together to go on tour are remote. It could be a year before it happens again, maybe longer. So I'm going to see if I can source a bike from somewhere. I should be contacting my local BMW dealership, although they don't seem to want to answer the phone at the moment, and see how I get on. Anyway, as I said, it is the waiting game now. But the most important thing, and my partner pointed this out to me last night, is both of us were safe. There was no accident, and we're okay. And a bike is just a bike at the end of the day. And who knows, if my bike hadn't been stolen, maybe we'd have gone on somewhere else and something bad would have happened. You just don't know what fate might have had in store, whatever, if there is such a thing as fate, I don't know. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm going to go and find somewhere else to sit now. I'm at the terminal I need to be at, and then I'll be able to drop the bags in about 2 hours time, and I've already checked in online, and then go through security and all that business. Anyway, well, complete bun fight for dropping bags. Looks like a nightmare. This is why I travel by motorcycle normally, when people aren't stealing them from me. Okay, I'm through security. It's many hours since I arrived at the airport. It's always interesting with the helmet. They weren't happy about that, but looks like they're going to let me take it in the cabin, and they never like lots of GoPro batteries, which they quibbled over. But anyway, it's all fine. I'm through, and it's just a case of getting on that plane and getting home. Now, it's been quite interesting. I've been sat for quite a long time, going through various things, going through YouTube stuff and Instagram, and talking to various people, and I'm currently trying to see, I've reached out to my local BMW dealership, Wollaston in Northampton, and to see if they can help me out with a loan bike for a little while, so the channel can continue to keep going. And they're passing me on to other people, so watch this space. Who knows, maybe I'll still be riding a BMW for the foreseeable future. There are another couple of options that presented themselves, which I will talk about in the next video, I guess, or somewhere down the line. And yeah, watch this space. So I'm going to get on the plane, and when I'm on the plane, I'm going to say goodbye to you. It has been a long day so far. Didn't really sleep much last night, probably understandably. It's been quite emotional today. He'll moan at me for saying it, but worried about my son riding across France by himself. He's a relatively new rider, and we were going to do this trip together, but there will be another time, and I'm hoping to even maybe salvage a bit of the rest of this week on a borrowed bike maybe, and we'll aim to go somewhere else, not the Black Forest, maybe a forest in Scotland or something. Who knows? We will see how it develops. As I say, watch this space. Hey, it's never dull, is it? One step closer, through security, through passport control, now at the boarding gate. Next step is catching the plane
I've been at the airport now for probably 7 hours, but what else was I going to do? Yeah, one more step away from the plane. Let's hope it goes on time. Okay, I'm on the plane finally. Last leg and then I'm home. So I'm going to take this opportunity to say thank you for watching today. If you did enjoy the video, please like it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.